is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Hey guys, you're watching Ogre with Shrek Talks on Gaming in Progress. Now, before we start off this episode, we have a little bit of an announcement. Those of you who already know, we were going to Indie PopCon down in Indianapolis, which is a 3-day convention to celebrate everything pop culture and includes gaming, film, comics, and anything you could possibly think of. The main reason me and Devin really wanted to go is because we wanted to meet Markiplier, who is hosting a panel there. Well, anyways, we won't be going as guests per se. I have 2 media passes to the event. So not only will we be going and attending the event, we'll be bringing you guys hard-hitting coverage of the event and all of its activities and stuff. So yeah, we're going as gaming journalists, but we're not as messed up as Kotaku. Thank God. Anyways, so the topic I wanted to discuss here really has nothing to do with gaming, really doesn't have anything to do with Gaming in Progress as in general, other than just being a criticism of social justice warriors. So, if you're not interested in that, you feel free to leave now. Anyways, so, when I was scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed today, I saw an article about Sarah Palin. Now, it wasn't slanted towards right or left of the political spectrum. It was fairly neutral, just basically saying, well, she said this, you know, that's how she feels about this subject, and, you know, it was pretty much that is that. You know, it was any other political bullshit that was unremarkable except for the fact that she was talking about the Ogre family, which those of you who have known or have been following the news, they are currently in hot water after it turns out a member of the Ogre family was molesting kids when he was 14 years old. And there's been a big debate amongst liberals and conservatives. Many conservatives are saying, it's like, oh, well, you know, it happened that long ago, it was just, he didn't mean to do it, it's okay, it's okay. Well, you know, which obviously that is wrong. Molestation in any form is completely illegal and completely wrong and is disgusting. But anyways, what she was saying, she was making a criticism of the left, basically pointing out Leah Dunham admitted in a book that she molested her 7-year-old sister. That, or not her 7-year-old. Anyways, so Sarah Palin points out that Lena Dunham, who is a feminist actress and has done a lot of things within the feminist community and the acting community, and feminists and social justice warriors just love her. Anyway, she pointed out that in her book she admitted that when she was 7 that she experimented with her sister and basically molested her sister. And yeah, who her sister was 1 year old at the time, and many social justice warriors and many liberals went on to say, it's like, oh, well, that's completely normal, you experimenting that young. But then things get a little murkier, and it turns out through several articles that have popped up on the web, she not only did she do that, she offered her sister bribes such as candy in order to get her receive kisses from her. I mean, the stuff with the candy, that she has actually threatened to sue some news outlets because she didn't want that getting out because that sounds too fishy. Anyways, and the feminists just love her. The social justice warriors just love her. From what I've been seeing. I mean, there are a lot of feminists who have spoken out against her, but many articles that I have read, they have generally seemed more towards a positive light. And, you know, and those articles are even hard to find because there's been a concise effort to bury this information. Look up Lena Dunham. You know, you'd think when you admit that you molested someone, it would, it got out to big news organizations. If you Google search her name, those are going to be the first things that pop up. You Google search her name, all you have is stuff about, like, you know, her book and, you know, recent projects she's been in. And of course Sarah Palin's article is going to, or Sarah Palin's opinions on this is going to pop up because Time did a article about it, and so did a Raw Story, and I think the Daily Dot. You know, which are both independent articles. The big thing is you're probably going to find Time because they're a national news article or national magazine. So their article is going to be in there, but if you look through it, most of it is, you know, just positive stuff about her. Now, anyways, so Sarah Palin was absolutely attacked by the left for calling this out. I have several screenshots of the phone, or just on my phone, about just things I've seen about this. Well, anyways, there's been tons of posts about on Facebook by the left and on Twitter and on Tumblr, just flat out criticizing her. And you know, the article I saw, you know, was a fairly clickbaitish article, but it was pretty much the same as the Time article, which wasn't clickbait. Anyways, in the title it said something about, you know, her saying something about how the left dances on the grave of veterans. You know, like I said, it's a clickbait article. But you know, then reading through the comments on it, and I didn't. Like I said, I wasn't disturbed until I saw the comments on there. You know, just showing that, like, you know, most of the left, you know, when there's anything posted, they don't even bother to read it. They just, you know, flash out their opinion. You know, one of the comments on there, what on earth does molestation have to do with, with war dead? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Had 15 likes at the time. Well, like I said, if you bothered to read the article, you would know that it actually had nothing to do with veterans or those who had perished in war whatsoever. Other people go on to say it's like, Josh was 15, not 14. Big difference between two little girls and a 15-year-old guy. Women have been raped by 15-year-olds. So, when you're 14 and you're kissing your 17 or your 7-year-old sister, suddenly that's okay? There's a big you know, because only men can rape apparently. And you know, there's plenty more examples of that. I haven't screenshotted, but generally most of the comments on there tended to go towards that direction. That like thing is like, okay, well in this case it is okay, in this case it is not. I'm going to tell you straight up, in both cases it is not okay whatsoever. You know, when you start saying it's like, oh, in one case it's okay, in one case it's not. You know, if you can criticize a family for having a member in it that molested a child, but then go ahead and praise someone who did the same thing, you are a fucking hypocrite. I mean, Jesus, you know, welcome to SJW America. You know, that's what both of the parties have turned into. Because, you know, if you look at it, you know, you have people on the conservative side saying it's like, oh, well, you know, he was 15, you know, it's completely natural to want to experiment with sexuality because that's the same argument the left is going to make. And then the left is making the same argument for Lena. You know, and yeah, it's natural to want to experiment with your sexuality. However, it is not natural to show pedophilic behavior. It is not natural to sit there and, you know, bribe your sister, you know, for kisses when everything. And, you know, I have no problem against, you know, gays, lesbians, bisexuals, transgendered. You know, I fight for equality on all those fronts. I do not have any problem against it. I'm not a bigot. However, you have to draw the line with sexual equality somewhere. I mean, you have so many people arguing for complete sexual equality. It's like, oh, well, you know, and normally those arguments would be made by trolls on Facebook and Reddit years and years ago. But now it's gotten to the point where people are starting to take that outlook seriously. Well, what's wrong with, you know, having intercourse with one of your family members? It's like, yeah, what? And I've seen articles about this shit too. About this, there's this woman in New York who was separated from her dad at birth, got together with him when she was like 18, and has been in a relationship with him for like 4 or 5 years. You know, I will support equality 100%, but I'm gonna draw the line at incest, guys, or molestation. You know, and you have to. And the thing is, you have to draw the line somewhere. Yes. Equality for all is nice, but at some point you have to draw the line. And when you start pushing those boundaries, and when you start saying it's like, well, if that's okay, then everything is okay, then you start becoming a social justice warrior. Anyways, and then you go on and then you say it's like, well, it's okay in this sense, but it's not okay in this sense. I'm all about free speech, but if you say something that offends me, you know, I'm gonna freak out on you. It's like, I was like, you know, okay, which is exactly what I was hearing or seeing in that article. You know, you're saying this is like, oh, she's a conservative. I'm not gonna, I haven't read the article, I haven't read what she said, but obviously she's trying to play apologist for the Duggar family, so I'm going to criticize her. I'm going to go and run my mouth and be a little bit happier about myself because I said something that I believe is sticking up for my, for my sensibilities. And then when you look at, when society looks at that, you're at that point, you're, like I said, you're being a hypocrite when you're saying it's okay for Lena Dunham to do it, but it's not okay for the Duggars to do it. In fact, it is not okay for anyone to do it. The fact that we're even having this conversation is showing how much that social justice values are ingrained in American society today. College professors need to be worried about what they put in their syllabus. They're just like, oh, well, Mark Twain says the word nigger. So I can't have, in case I have any black kids in my class, or any, or any feminists, or any, males, or any females, or just anyone who wants to feel like they're sticking up for someone take offense to that. Years ago, if someone was offended over that, it just got written off, but now it's so deeply ingrained in college society that there are teachers who are afraid of losing their jobs, that they take stuff out of the syllabus because they don't want to offend people, that they take stuff out of the syllabus because they don't want to lose their jobs, that they give students the option, okay, you don't have to read this, you don't have to be in this class, or it's like, in case this might offend you. They give them trigger warnings, which is completely ridiculous. I know I'm not saying anything new here, but I'm just saying, I don't know, maybe it is just a human flaw that if someone is ideological opposed to you, you cannot agree with them on anything, but I don't 100% believe that because I consider myself a liberal. I've always supported liberal values. I've always supported gay marriage, wage increases, pro-choice. I'm textbook definition of a liberal. But when I look at people who share the same beliefs but won't get along with each other because you share different, because you're on different ends of the political spectrum, that will sit there and tell someone that it's okay that she did that because she's on my side politically, but it's not okay that the Duggars did that because they are not on my side politically, then welcome to SJW America. And I think Bill Nye said it the best.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh my.
Anyways, I'm Ogre of Gaming in Progress, and that is just my little rant. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon in the next episode of Shrek Talks. And if you like this video, subscribe, and like the video, leave a comment in the so if you like this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment in the comment section below if you agree with me, even if you don't agree with me. If you don't agree with me and you have a convincing argument on why it's okay to play sides and say it's okay that for one person to do it, but it's not okay for the other person to do it, if you can have a convincing argument, I am not closed-minded. I will have that discussion with you. But if you have a convincing argument, or you just flat out don't agree with me, dislike this video and tell me why in the comments section. I love your guys' feedback. I love talking to the community. The #1 person, the most important person in the Gaming in Progress team is you guys. The subscriber, the viewer, the comment section. We do this for you guys. So, I'm Ogre of Gaming in Progress. See you in the next episode, everyone. I almost fucked that up. Bye!